Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin. Today guys we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna talk about a new event coming out I think tomorrow, and in my opinion is one of the best events we ever have in Summoner's War. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Maybe you guys already know which event I'm talking about, but we're gonna talk in a second about it. Guys, also Merry Christmas to everyone. It's the 25th now. I hope you guys are having a good time, spending time with your loved ones, and honestly just have a good time and have fun, and I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. Now, before we get into the actual video guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It is free, really support the channel a whole lot. Also it's Christmas, so you know it's a good Christmas present. Now we're gonna talk about the event. I'm gonna give you tips on what actually to craft, because yes, we're gonna have a crafting event and power up event. We have had these events before in Summoner's War. In the beginning they allowed us to craft one rune only. There's gonna be 2 runes that you can actually craft in this one. The last one that we had about the like this, we had also 2 runes that we could craft, but before that it was just 1. You can craft and customize 2 of 6-star legend runes. However, you cannot craft 2 runes of the same rune number or type. So you cannot craft 2 violent runes, you cannot craft 2 slot 2 runes. But overall, like, you're gonna need to grind, farm and so on. You get points, and then with the points you can actually you know, choose the main stat, the sub stats of the rune, and then you can roll them to +6. So first tip, I would say try to get to +18 speed. If you're going slot 1, 3, 4, 5 or 6. If you're going slot 2, you can go for speed, but in general try to get double roll on speed, and try to get double roll that is max roll. If it's for speed, it's gonna be 18. If it's for HP, you're gonna want 24 percentage. So and so on. So make sure you know what the max roll is. Keep on rolling until you get max roll on the stat you actually want. I would say speed is probably the one stat that most people want. Also, but when you get points, no wait, you gotta work on the number of daily mission. Okay, so when you complete daily mission, you're gonna get other rewards. There's a Lion Scroll, Reprisal, there is 6 mystical scrolls in total, and there is other elemental scroll, summoning stone, ancient coin, and so on. So there's a lot going on. We're gonna talk about what runes you should probably craft. I mean, overall, I think most runes are gonna be worth it. I feel like most runes are gonna be worth it. I'm gonna say this: I don't think Swift runes are worth it. The main reason is because you're gonna need to chase speed. So you might get 18 speed from the event, and then you get the rune, you roll it, it doesn't roll speed anymore. You can probably throw away that rune, because you know you're not gonna reappraise a rune that doesn't have innate. Those runes from the event won't have any innate stats, so you're not gonna reappraise that. Also, Swift rune, reappraise Swift runes is not really, it's worth it, but you need speed. That's it. A violent rune, yes, you need speed, but also if you get a couple of roll on speed and you get really good HP, defense stats, attack stats, you can keep it, because you can use it on a bruiser. Same goes for Will. Swift, you just need speed. If you don't go for speed, if it doesn't get to speed, you can throw it away. So I'd say don't go for Swift runes on the event unless you're going for slot 2. If you're going for slot 2, sure, but also like if you use Swift on a unit, unless it's a damage dealer, you're not gonna need like much on a Swift slot 2. You just need it for the speed, right? You can go slot 2, but I don't think it's worth it. Overall, I feel like the runes that are worth the most in this event are Violent and Will. Most units are on Violent, and most units, especially in RTA, are on Will. In Siege, if you're doing high level Siege, most units are on Will as well. And also, like, Will needs just 2 runes to complete an offset. So you know, you get 1 already, that is good. You can just pop another one and you completed the Will offset. So that's a good thing. Violent runes, most units are on Violent. My PvE units are not a lot of them are on violent, but a lot of them are not because I can't build them all on violent. I don't have enough runes to build everything on violent. But you can see a lot of runes, a lot of units, sorry, are on violent, and most of them I try to get will on them as well. So I feel like violent, one of the runes should be violent. Is like you use violent everywhere, so you probably should go for violent and slot, and the other one should be will. Then it depends. If you really need, let's say you go an oracle and you need a crit rate rune here, you still, if it's Tiara, it's gonna go either violent or will. If it's a Juno, you might want to go despair. And it's nothing wrong to go with despair rune, also because if you go despair crit rate slot 4 for Juno, you will want another roll on speed, but if it doesn't roll on speed, then it rolls like, let's say, HP. When you take the rune off the event, and it rolls HP percentage, attack percentage, defense percentage, whatever you put in the substar, it's going to be a good rune anyway, because it's going to have 22 at least speed with grind on it, and then it's going to have high HP, good defense, and so on. So you're going to be able to use that rune. You could do a revenge slot for crit rate if you're missing that one instead of the despair. It's up to you, but make sure you think about what you're gonna use the runes for, and if it's gonna be worth it. As I said, Swift runes are not gonna be worth it if they don't roll speed. If they roll speed, they're gonna be OP, but it's a risk. And honestly, this event happen like once or twice a year, so I don't know if you wanna risk it. That despair rune would be good. So think about this. Is gonna be 18 speed when you take it off in this situation, right? Let's say for the despair rune slot 4 crit rate, you're gonna get 18 speed from the event. You take the rune out. Think about, is it gonna, if it doesn't roll speed, is it gonna be still good? Yes, because Juno don't need a billion speed. Yeah, obviously if you build her fast, the faster the better, but also she needs to be tanky, so that rune is going to be usable. If I go Swift slot 4 HP percentage, I get 18 off the event, it doesn't roll speed anymore, it's going to be worth it. Depends how far ahead, how far in the game you are. In my situation, I would have to throw that rune, so not worth it. So I would say like slot 4 HP, hold on, slot 4 HP violent or will I use a lot. Hard to come by, and also I use a lot. See, most of my ones are used, some of them are not because they're terrible, but most of my ones are used. Same goes for will. So make sure you think about, like, you check your account and see like what, see here, will, I need some. Same for speed here, I need some. Also, yeah, check your account and see what runes am I missing, what runes am I lacking. Even if you're not lacking some kind of runes, let's say it's Swift, violent speed slot 2. In my case, I have a decent amount, but pretty much every single unit in the game needs slot 2 speed. So is it worth to craft a slot 2 speed? Definitely yes, because you can also get on, hold on, I'll show you one that is actually pretty good. You can actually put some stats down there like this that are actually really good. Let's say I craft this, I can go for HP percentage in the event, defense percentage, attack percentage, and then accuracy here as well. You can go accuracy, you can go crit rate, crit rate would be good for like oracles and so on. Accuracy is also pretty good. But you double roll in the event on some of the stats, you max roll them, and then the rune is going to be OP, and it's going to be definitely usable, you know. So slot 2 speed, violent or will is actually pretty worth it. I think I'm going to go for one of those, but overall I feel like HP, slot 4 and 6, violent and will are the most common and the most useful to go for. Because they don't come by that often, because they are used by a lot of units. A lot of units need slot 4 and 6 HP percentage, so you need a lot of them. And yeah, I would not go right now for a slot 4 crit damage. Not many units need crit damage slot 4 anymore. I see a lot of units in RTA that are speed HP attack at the very most. They hit hard, right? They are super tanky. They're not on crit damage. They do a lot of damage because of the artifacts. So right now I don't value crit damage runes that much because, as I said, artifacts just boost your damage by a lot without having crit damage rune and making your units a lot tankier. So I would not go for crit damage slot 4. I would not go for swift runes, but yeah, I would go like for HP, violence slot 4 and 6. Well, you can't go either or, right? Or violent. Will, same thing. I don't mind like slot 4 crit rate on despair, revenge. They're gonna be useful anyway. I don't mind slot 2. You can go speed here, swift here, don't mind. I will go violent or will anyway though. Also, I don't think there's anything wrong for you to go slot 1, 3 and 5. I'm lacking slot 3. My slot 3s on will are terrible. So I'm thinking about going for it. Obviously slot 4 and 6 are more valuable because a lot of units use it, but also a lot of every unit slot use slot 3. So there's nothing wrong with going with any of the slots, because you're gonna get a decent rune anyway, right? You're gonna get 18 speed at the very least, and then you can go like for HP, defense and accuracy, HP, defense, crit rate if you really need a crit rate. So you can actually get a pretty good rune. I wouldn't suggest to go for 1, 3 and 5. I don't think they're the most OP or the most important ones, but definitely slot 4, definitely not bad. Definitely not bad to go slot 1, 3 and 5. Slot 4 and 6 are pretty good. Also, one thing, I wouldn't go for accuracy slot 6. These runes are so underrated, right? I think they are really good, especially if you get high speed on them, because strippers need accuracy and high speed. So if you get an accuracy rune slot 6 with high speed, you can build your stripper very fast. So they are really OP in my opinion. I wouldn't go for 8 because if you get 18 off the event, then it doesn't roll anymore. You're gonna have to throw away the rune. So I wouldn't say go for it, but they are really good. But I wouldn't say don't go for accuracy slot 6. Don't go for crit damage. Don't go for swift runes in my opinion. Guys, also check your account. What are you missing? Are my slot 5 slot 6 fast enough? Are my slot 4 fast enough? If you're using bruiser, is my slot 4 tanky enough? 6, is it tanky enough? Is slot 2 good enough? Does he have enough stats in it? Because yeah, you might have a slot 2, you know, it's speed slot 2, but then what are you taking out of it? If it's slot 2 speed and then substats are like resistance, flat HP, flat defense, oh my gosh, the worst scenario. So you know, make sure you check your runes and know what are you missing. If your runes are good enough, if you need better runes on some slots, go for that one. But yeah, guys, that is gonna be it for the video. Let me know in the comment below what are you gonna go for, and yeah, I hope the video helps. Again, have a great Christmas, and guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye everybody, take care guys, stay safe, bye.